Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Thursday afternoon episode of Ted's Booze Cellar, the premier alcohol review show here on YouTube, with me, your most gracious host, Ted. And it is currently 6 minutes past 5 on the 6th of October of the year of our Lord 2022. Now today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit more basic. So we're going to be taking a look today at a home brand alcohol from one of the big supermarkets here in the UK, which is something I haven't done for a while. I think, when was the last one I did? It was probably something from Sainsbury's. I think it was one of their French beers, or it might have been one of their home brand fruit beers, possibly, or maybe it was one of the ciders from Waitrose, I think it was. I can't quite remember, but today we're going to be taking a look at something from Aldi, and as far as I'm aware, this is the first alcohol from Aldi that I've ever featured on this show. So I'm very, very pleased to welcome our auspicious host today, Carista, a Spanish/Mexican style cerveza or lager that is made by Aldi. Okay, it says on the back it's a Mexican style lager, but then right underneath that it says it's produced in France. So yeah, it's about as genuine of an invention from a particular country as fortune cookies. But yeah, it says on the back here, allergy advice contains barley. Know your limits. The UK Medical Chief Officers recommend adults do not drink regularly more than 14 units a week. Well, as we know from the UK's drinking habits, that it is probably not gonna be enforced particularly well. It's a 4.5 alcohol volume imported premium lager, this one. And I've got a slice of lime to enjoy with it here, as you should do with most Mexican-style cervezas like this. Got to say, I do really like the labelling. It kind of reminds me of like a cross between, weirdly enough, it kind of reminds me of a cross between the packaging for Sol, Corona, and oddly enough, Harvey's Best Gold beer. Bit of a weird one, but honestly, that's what it reminds me of. So I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10 for that. Anyway, we'll try ourselves a quick snifter of this first to see what our first impressions are like, and hopefully they're positive. Oh, that's quite nice actually. It's a good nose. Yeah, very light, very crisp, very sort of like an amber, sort of lager, light crisp smell. A little bit, not very hoppy at all. Just smells a good, simple barley-based lager. Really nice stuff. Not much to comment on, but it is really refreshing and light and crisp, so I'll give the nose a good solid 8.25 out of 10, I think. But anyway, we'll first of all just get a bit of lime in there. We'll see if that changes the smell as well, actually. Right. Yeah, just adds a slight hint of lime, almost like a... Now that I've put the lime in it, actually, funnily enough, it kind of almost has like a tequila kind of after smell, which is quite funny. But anyway, we'll have ourselves a quick palate cleanser of water. And then on to the most important part of the video, which is to see what this sucker tastes like. And by the way, you can get a 6-pack of these at Aldi for £4.99, which I think is a pretty bloody good deal. Anyway, bottoms up, and to everyone, have a great weekend. Yeah, that's really nice. It's not got as smooth a texture as, like, say, something like Corona. Corona is probably the quintessential, I'd say, enjoy in the sun kind of beer. This is pretty close to that. I think out of all the main Mexican cervezas and lagers, the one that this is probably closest to is Corona. I feel like it probably has the taste of Corona, along with the texture of like a San Miguel. So it's a bit heavier in the texture, and it's probably not as smooth a drinking experience as it would be with like a Sol or a cerveza like Corona. That being said, it's still a very smooth and pleasant drinking experience, and nothing about it stands out as being particularly bad, so it is definitely well worth trying. Despite not being slightly weaker at around 4%, instead this obviously, like I said, at 4.5% beer, I think this is probably a good entry point for first-time beer drinkers, because it's got a very clear, crisp, plain flavour that you can really wrap your head around. It's not too complicated, and perhaps that's its biggest downfall, is that despite being a nice beer, there's not really that much to comment on or to sort of like really wrap your noggin around. But what is there is nice enough that I think anyone can realistically enjoy this. Very simple, very plain, but very, very pleasant, honestly. Probably best enjoyed, I'd say, with a slice of lime in the bottle, along with either a nice homemade chili con carne or a takeaway from Taco Bell, I'd say. But yeah, really, really nice stuff. Definitely well worth it. And for the value for money that you get, I mean, like 6 bottles of $4.99, that's pretty damn good. It's not the most mind-blowing beer out there. It's only, I'm going to say, like about a 6 or a 6.25 out of 10. So yeah, 6 to 6.25 out of 10. But it meets that mark respectably so, because I would gladly drink this again and I would gladly buy it again. It's just that perhaps there are sort of beers out there that meet the same purpose as this, probably a little bit better. Things like Sol or Corona, I guess, or even Desperados, because those all have slightly smoother textures and a bit more of an interesting flavour to them, especially Desperados. But as it is, honestly, Carista is really good. It's just not that interesting. There's not much of a body to it, but it is very enjoyable, and I would gladly drink this again. So yeah, to Aldi, well done. This is actually surprisingly nice. But yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a like, share and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you have any things you agree with or disagree with in particular, let me know again down in the comments section. And if you have any desire to follow anything else I do on other social medias, I'll leave the links to all that in the video description down below. But until next time, have fun, stay safe, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your hands, drink responsibly, know your limits. I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye for now.